Hey guys, welcome back or to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be riding Parker, and then I'm also going to be answering a couple questions that I have been asked. There is Parker in his beautiful fly rug, which is new, and if you guys have seen my video, my short from 2 or 3 shorts ago, you will have known that that is a sweet itch rug, especially so that he stops scratching his tail. Anyways, back to me. So in this video, I'm going to be tacking him up, riding him, untacking him, doing all the usual things. There he is. Say hi. No, he's like, just give me the food. Okay. There's the food. Right, I'm going to get this head color on him before he takes the food and runs. Okay, that is Parker caught. And I'm actually going to answer my first question now, and that is, why does he not have a grazing muzzle on it anymore? And that is because the field that he's now in, there's not a lot of grass, so he doesn't need it, which is great, and he's not as fat as he used to be. Can you not walk directly behind me, Parker? Because if he spooks, he'll just like crash into me. See? You can't do that. I'm bringing him down to this enclosure that I usually tack up in. Oh, don't crash into me, Parker. So I'll see you guys when he's there. Okay, so I'm now getting Parker all tacked up. Feet needs to be picked up so much. Holy cow. They are compacted with like dirt. Yeah, I'm gonna ride him in the field because the field's free and I haven't ridden him in the field in a while. Oh, he's yawning. So cute. The cream I got for Parker to help him with his itching has been so good. Oh my goodness. It's worked a charm. It's been great. Another question that I got asked quite a lot is, do I have any horse riding goals? And I don't have like a set goal that I want to achieve, but I definitely do want to like compete at Dublin Horse Show at some point. I feel like that would be such a cool thing to do, but that would be very hard to do because no one in my family knows anything about horses. Sorry, Dad. So I don't really have anyone that knowledgeable around me, and it's kind of complex, like all the requirements you have to meet when you want to compete in like a bigger competition. So it would take a lot, but I guess with an instructor I could probably do it. But yeah. Wow, you look very clean, Parker. He's so warm. Oh great, oh his tail's growing back so well. He's so warm. You are. Oh, shake. I do have to be back kind of soon because I have to look after someone's dogs. Because anyone that doesn't know, I actually have a dog walking business where I walk people's dogs. Oh, another goal that I have is becoming an influencer. So if you want to help me achieve that goal, subscribe and like this video. And if you don't, then that's okay. But kindness is free. It costs nothing, which is amazing. And that's why you should always be kind. Anyways, that sounds a little bit demanding. Just subscribe and like if you want to, because liking the video will help it get pushed out to even more people that might subscribe and like. And then it's just like a chain of amazingness. He's so cute. He's sleeping. Aww. What was the other question? Oh, how did I come around to buying Parker? That's what it was. So, I was actually looking for a been there, done that horse, and I'd viewed a lot of horses that were like really experienced, but the unfortunate thing was that like all the horses I viewed that I wanted to buy before Parker, they just didn't pass the vetting, or they did pass the vetting, but they had like some kind of growth on them, and we just wanted a horse that was completely perfect in terms of health, and that Parker was the only one that was. he had not a single lump or bump on him, which is pretty rare for horses. But anyways, my mum saw his advert on Facebook, and he was 9 years old at the time, and he was a Welsh G, and I'm pretty sure yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Welsh Cobs were my favourite breed of horse. I think they were. They were? I don't remember exactly, because I was obsessed with horses, and I still am. But I knew, like, all the breeds, and I still do, but I didn't have a horse before, obviously. Anyways, he was green, so I wasn't sure, and I said to my mum, like, I don't want to view him because he's green, and I'm looking for a been there, done that horse, because this was going to be my first horse after just riding at the riding stable. And then she messaged the people. She didn't tell me this, but she messaged Parker's owners, and she was like, is he, like, really green? Or is he, like, safe? Is he spooky? What's his temperament like? Because I guess there's different levels of greenness in horses. And he wasn't a horse with blood in him. He's a Welsh Cob. He's not like a thoroughbred or a warm blood. And I had viewed a warm blood, but it would have just been too much, I think, for me. And Parker was a Cob, a Welsh Cob. So that's what my mum, I think, liked about him. And then his owner said that he's really sweet-natured and he's very willing, which is true. Parker is very, like, he really enjoys jumping. He's got a pretty good attitude to just everything, most of the time. And then she told me that she asked the owners, my mum did, she told me that she'd asked the owners about him, and they said that he was a pretty chill guy. So then I went to Parker. So then I went, you're okay. So then I went to view him, and I thought that he was, like, fine. I didn't love him from, like, the first time I rode him, but to be fair, I didn't love any of the horses that I viewed, because I feel like it does take a pretty long time to actually build a connection with a horse. Definitely does not happen as soon as you get them on, because loads of people told me that you'll know when you find the right horse, but that was not at all the case with me. Every single horse, because it was just, all the horses were so unfamiliar, I didn't particularly, like, feel a connection with any of them. So I feel like it's not a great advice to tell someone, you'll know when it's the one, or you'll feel it. It'll connect with you, because, like, no. They're horses. They can't, like, send you some kind of spiritual message. Anyways, that's beyond the point. I viewed Parker, and he didn't tick a lot of boxes in the sense that he hadn't done a lot. I was kind of a nervous rider at that point, so I had my friend with me, and she hacked him for me to see how he was when hacking, and he was pretty good. And then we went back for a second viewing. I'm not gonna lie, my mum was a huge reason why we ended up buying Parker, because she kind of told me afterwards, like, you looked so good on him. He was definitely a great horse. I feel like she might have been a little bit influenced by his price tag, because he was one of the less expensive horses compared to some other of the, like, full-on schoolmaster horses we'd viewed. So then the second viewing that I went to see him, I don't even remember the second viewing. I only remember the first viewing. Wait, no, the second viewing, yeah, the second viewing was when we hacked him, I think. Can you open your mouth, bud? And then we said, great, we'll buy him, put down the deposit, all of that. And then when we got him vetted, that was the most important thing, because, like, 6 of the horses that I had viewed had not, well, some of them had passed it, but they had a problem still, because the vettings aren't super strict. And Parker had a completely perfect vetting. No lumps, no bumps, like, nothing. So we were like, great, and we took him home. And that was the story of how I came to buy Parker. So yeah, it definitely, I don't think I would have expected to have bought a horse like Parker, because he was quite green when we got him, but I did. Stop. Great. And we're on. Good boy, Parker. The next question I'm going to answer is a question that I all know you guys have been itching to know. Itching? That's not really a saying. Anyways, will I ever be selling Parker? This is definitely the question that I'm going to be putting on the thumbnail of the video, because I feel like, not that I want to be doing clickbait, but it's not clickbait because I am answering the question. The answer to that question, to put it simply, is yes. I will at some point be selling Parker, probably sooner rather than later, because as you can probably see, I am quite tall, and Parker is only 14 hands. But obviously I'm not too heavy for him, which is great, but I will need a bigger horse. Also, in terms of my goal that I want to achieve of going to Dublin Horse Show, I'll need a bigger horse because I can't ride 14-hand horses in, what's the word? Yeah, competitions that are registered. Yeah, that's registered competitions. Just how it works out, you have to be 16 or under. So that wouldn't work out, which is sad. And I would love to keep Parker as my forever horse, but I don't have any land, and he's gonna need to be retired in 10 years from now. And in 10 years from now, there's no guarantee that I will have the land or the money to give him a good retirement, which is just how life works. And it's just one of those things. But then this will go on to the next question, which is, will I be getting another horse? So yeah, once Parker is sold, I wouldn't keep Parker and get another horse. Just with me doing my A-level exams, 2 horses would be a lot. Even 1 horse can be a lot at times, especially in winter. Like, last winter I did not ride Parker a lot, which kind of messed up our whole rhythm of things, because then at the start of the summer I was only jumping him like 60 centimeters, getting him built back up to where he left off. But for my next horse, I would be looking at a horse more for like competitions and like Dublin Horse Show potential type of thing. Or I don't know, I have like, there's a few types of horses that I would think about getting, but I'm not really thinking a whole lot about that just yet, because I still have Parker and I'm just kind of focusing on him. Do you want to trot? Get you going on the other rein first. Okay, you can walk. It's okay. You can see a trailer with stuff in it. It's okay. The good thing about getting a green horse as your first horse is you know how to like respond to spooks. I suppose you would with any horse that you got, but I feel like especially so with a horse that is green, because they do that spooking a little bit more. Good boy, right, you can canter. Ooh, ooh, Parker! You naughty, naughty boy. Like, I've been cantering around. Let me finish being ridden. Wow. Good boy. Okay, so the next question that I'll be answering is, did I have a horse before Parker? And I did. I had a lone pony named Oreo. And Oreo was actually given to me, which was super kind, by the riding stable that I was at, because they knew that I'd been looking for a horse for almost like 6 months at that point. And they were like, hey, like if you want one of our ponies for free, all of the tack and everything, to have until you find something you can. And then we got Oreo. Now Oreo was, I think, 4 or 5 years old, so very young. So that didn't really work out. She kind of, because I didn't really know much about horses at that time, we just weren't the great match. The best pair. And she would like try and bite me. And then there was this whole drama where she tried to kick my friend, but she did it in like a very aggressive manner. Not like a, watch out, don't touch me there, or you're gonna get kicked, like a full on, like inches away from her chin. But it was not anyone's fault. It's a very kind thing to do, to like give someone a horse when they've been looking for a horse for completely free as well. So it was, I guess, good experience in a way, but we did have to give Oreo back after that incident. Well, we didn't have to, but we decided to. Come on, Parker. I'm kind of confusing him a little bit by slowing down, so I'm gonna keep him going. Yeah, we had to give her, well, we didn't have to, as you just said, but we decided to give her back because I just was not confident at all. And after I'd witnessed my friend almost get like unalived by my horse, really, it didn't fill me with a lot of confidence. So we made the decision to let the owner of the horse know that we wanted to give her back. And I feel bad that the person who owned Oreo like was told that Oreo tried to attack my friend. Parker, don't spook. I've shown you this so many times. But anyways, that was the story of beautiful little Oreo. We also weren't at the best stable for a young horse. There was no arena, so it was just hacking. Now, with saying that, Oreo was a great hacker. She just started to get a little bit aggressive when I started riding her in this like ring that they had, because I would lunge her in there so that she could canter, because the hacking was just on the road, so there was no opportunity to canter her. And she would also nap occasionally, and then because we didn't have a trailer at that point, because I hadn't bought a horse yet, we couldn't bring her to lessons, which would have been pretty beneficial. But get on. Right, go. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions, because I was looking at them earlier that were answered. There's definitely a couple that I'm missing out. Oh, what's my favorite discipline to do? My favorite discipline to do is, I really like low-level cross-country, because I did that before with Parker, only at 60 centimeters, and it was so much fun. Just having such a long track to just canter, and then little jumps you can go along, is really fun. Although it's not great from a filming perspective, because you're so far away and it's so long. But apart from cross country, low level cross country, I like jumping a lot, show jumping. And I also really like working hunter, because it's like rustic design jumps. I think if I were ever to do like a higher level of competing, I'd want to do working hunter, because you can jump at a lower height than show jumping to like be good at it. Because I really like show jumping and I'd love to do that affiliated, but you have to jump like 130 if you're 17. Well, you don't have to, you can jump lower, but like to do bigger competitions, I'm gonna do one more canter and then I'm gonna finish up because he's getting a little bit tired and fed up, which is reasonable because canter, I've not really had much of a ride, just had a routine. Parker, I've not got your head. Okay, go. Don't spook. Good boy. I'm gonna get him all cooled down now, and then I'll see you guys when I'm hosing him down, well, sponging him down and untacking. He's been really good. He hasn't really particularly enjoyed kind of stopping and starting, because usually my rides I have a bit more of structure, but I haven't had that in this ride because I've been filming and talking a lot. That is Parker untacked, and now he's eating his food. I need to actually loosen this because it's a little too tight. My cameraman has abandoned me, so you guys are going to be stuck with this lovely angle. I'm now putting Parker's fly rug on him. What is he doing? Oh my gosh, he's scratching his nose. You are so cute. Anyway, so I'm going to put on his fly rug, and I'll see you guys when I'm taking him back to the field. That is Parker with his fly rug on, and I'm bringing him back to the field. Yay! He's so happy. Oh, he's gonna try and roll. No, not yet. Not yet, bud. Not yet. Gotta wait till you get to the field for that. I know, because it's just not safe when you've got a head collar on. I just remembered that tomorrow is results day, so I'll get my results for my A-level exams. I'm not excited. I ran out of time for literally every single exam, which is such a pain. I get extra time as well, and I still managed to run out of time, which is kind of bizarre, but you know what? It's gonna be fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, don't forget to like if you haven't already. Parker, you go in here. Good boy. And then wait. Don't roll just yet. Oh, I hate getting exam results. I don't mind. What are you doing? He's scratching his nose again. He's a really itchy nose.